Welcome back to another episode of Waterfront Wednesdays, brought to you by me at the Long Gone Loser Rock Show. We're going to talk about one of those records that had such a huge impact on everybody who came into contact with it. This band, wow. Like the songwriting of this band, it was blowing minds. Like there was nothing else like it. And they should have gone on to be huge. Like I'm talking huge. We're talking about the Eastern Dark. So today's record is the Eastern Dark's Long Live the New Flesh. The title came from, obviously, the Videodrome movie starring James Woods and Debbie Harry, which if you've never seen, you must see.
Long live the new flesh.
Pause this video right now and go watch Videodrome. Seriously. And then come back and we'll continue. Because that movie is essential. This was like, I guess, a taster of what we were going to get had the unfortunate passing of James Darroch never happened. This EP is incredible. Like, every song on here is phenomenal. And I remember the very first time I ever heard it. So I knew a guy in Adelaide named Jay who played in the Bloodsucking Freaks. And when I met him, he just started telling me about music, like bands that I needed to see. And I knew he could see that I was really intrigued by like the Australian stuff. Like I was just, I was into the hard-ons. I was getting into other bands like Thrust and whatever. And he told me to come around his house. He goes, "Oh, come over one time. We'll listen to some records." So I went over his house and he asked me if I'd heard the Eastern Dark. And I said, "No, I don't know them." And I mean, I was like younger back then. So, he puts on this record for me and shows me the song I Don't Need the Reasons. I was instantly blown away. I needed that song in my life so badly. So the only thing to do was to find a copy of this. He taped me both I Don't Need the Reasons and No Pictures onto a cassette tape so that I could take it home and listen to it. Now, the next time I saw him, I think he taped me the whole EP. And because I just couldn't find this anywhere, just couldn't find it. It was nowhere to be found. And then one day I found it for $6 in Big Star Music, and I got all excited and I bought it. And this record has been played endlessly to this day. I love this record so much. I love the sound of it. The grooves are spaced apart. It's nice and loud. It's been mastered really, really well. The recording of it is great. Everything on here, from Bill Gibson's beautiful harmony vocals to James Derrock's lead vocals and incredible guitar work, to and the great drumming from Jeff Milne. Like, seriously, like, this was the perfect trio. Like, these guys just complemented each other so well, and it just worked. And this EP is a testament to how great Australian music was in the 80s, especially in 86 when this was recorded and released on Waterfront Records. So we have the A side has Walking and Over Now on there, and the flip side has I Don't Need Reasons, No Pictures, and Julie Loves Johnny. The Ramones' Love shines from the record. And for those who need to know, it was produced by Radio Birdman frontman Rob Younger. I'd love to know what Rob Younger's contribution to this EP was. Like, I'm just really curious. Like, did he help with the tones? Did he help with the vocals? Did he help, with just the harmonies and things like that? Like, I'd love to know what his connect, like, because I mean, he's listed on a number of Waterfront releases as a producer. So I'm always curious, what the producer's role was in that recording session, because, sometimes I find out things that, really just add something else to the story of the songs that you just think like, wow, they did that. So I'm really curious to know, and I'm looking forward to speaking to Rob Younger in depth about the records that he produced for Waterfront Records, because his name appears a few times. This is your front cover. This is your back cover. And yeah, this record, man, like, there's your label. But this is 5 of the greatest songs that Waterfront ever put out. I'm sure of it. And I mean, that's a huge call considering there's like 180 releases. But once you hear this record, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. This is a flawless release. No dud moments. So yeah. Ah, man, I'm really looking forward to speaking to Jeff and Bill for my book. Not only about this, but Bill Gibson was also in the Smelly Tongues. If you don't know that band, we'll get to that too. James Derrock, may you rest in peace. You were a gift to us all. And yeah, what a fantastic EP. Buy this record. Just jump on a Discogs, eBay, wherever. Buy a copy of this record. I still see it around. I think the last time I saw it was like $20. So it shouldn't be an expensive record. And if people are charging more than that, don't pay it. It's fucking stupid. Like, people shouldn't be charging such stupid amounts for records. But yeah, the last time I saw it, which was probably like 2 years ago, it was $20 for sale. So that's a pretty good price for this record. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Waterfront Wednesdays. Go out and buy this record. Go out and buy all the Eastern Dark records. We're going to get to the others soon. But for now, yeah. I've got no pictures left of you, mate. Bye-bye.